Thank you for turning to page 121. I'm going to the Rebellion sourcebook one more time, and this is the last of my look at the factions of the Rebellion. And the last faction we're looking at are the Solomani. And these are actually arguably a faction of the Rebellion, since a lot of Solomani territory is under the thumb of the Third Imperium, including Terra. So Solomani are the original humans. These are the humans who still live on Earth or are from Earth. And of course, human stock was taken by the ancients 300,000 years prior and spread throughout the charted space for various ends that the ancients themselves are the only ones who know. We humans in the Imperium do not agree with the Solomani that humans from Terra are superior to every other human, but the Solomani are very staunchly locked into that belief. So when the Third Imperium starts fragmenting, the Solomani jump on it. They have an opportunity for their largest opponent, the opponent that took Terra away from them 100 years earlier. They have a chance to go ahead and kick them while they're down, and they do just that. As all these different fleets are getting called to different sectors of the Imperium, the Solomani rev up and charge in and take back a lot of their territory, including Terra, and a lot of other sections going back to the old borders of the Solomani sphere, and then anything else they want. So the Solomani are helping in the dissolution of the Third Imperium in that they're kicking them while they're down. And it says here in the little blurb, with the collapse of the Imperium, the Solomani have become the largest human empire in existence. I think the Zodanis might want a moment for rebuttal on that one, but here we go. And there we have the Salsec symbol for Earth, for Terra, and for the Solomani themselves. The Solomani Confederation. It's not a true participant in the rebellion. It's an interested, interfering onlooker. The correct name for the government is Solomani Confederation. Often the term Solomani is sufficient. And they are the leader is the coordinator of Salsec. And it's broken into different ruling parties. And each has their own little area to guard. And then together they rule the Solomani Confederation. The territory covers 6 sectors: Magyar, Solomani Rim, Alpha Crucius, Canopus, Aldebaran, and New World sectors. Confederation claims the Solomani sphere, which encompasses everything within a radius of 50 parsecs of Sol. Also, the Confederation aspires to rule all human space. So they want to go back to the days of the Second Imperium, the days of the ramshackle empire, where the humans expanded too far too fast, weren't able to control it, and it collapsed under its own weight. Their ideology is that humanity is destined to rule the universe. For centuries, the Solomani have been a laughingstock. Their grand philosophy stated explicitly the humans of Terra were destined for a variety of reasons to govern an ever-expanding imperium that would ultimately extend to encompass all settled space. When the imperium rejected this philosophy and reclaimed much of the Solomani autonomous region from the Solomani, they delivered a severe setback to Solomani ambitions. The Imperials also captured Terra. So the Solomani have been plotting for years to take back Terra and to kick the Imperium where it hurts. And the rebellion gives them that exact opportunity. So they jump on it. So they become yet another element. They are actually rebelling because they're coming in and conquering Imperial space, Imperial claim space, as the various fleets are moved out. The Solomani are filling the vacuum and would come to be a real power in the area around the old Solomani sphere and heading up further into Imperial territories. And all this, of course, is curtailed with the release of virus and the destruction of known space or charted space and blah, 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 blah. But for right now, they're just an interesting area to go ahead and adventure. I've said before, Solomani sphere, Solomani front itself is not really an area I've done a ton of stories in. I've done a few here and there, and then, of course, in the new era, that's where a lot of it is centered originally. But I have done a few stories here and there in the Solomani sphere. I like the Solomani as the pig-headed bad guys, but they can also be the fun guys that once you get to know them, they aren't so bad, and that can make for a really good role-playing opportunity for your players, whether this is Solomani in the hands of a skilled player running the character, or you as the GM making for a bigoted but then sympathetic NPC. Solomani work really well for that. You can also just get some Solomani up into where I usually run things behind the claw and have a couple of Solomani up in there and have him kind of work the same way. They make a great conflicted good guy. But that's all I've got to say today on page 121, and that's it for this series for Factions of the Rebellion. I've enjoyed going through this book. This is one of my faves from Megatraveller. Always liked the Rebellion source book. It just really spoke to me. I've taken a lot of ideas from this, and even when I'm not running the Rebellion, I'll still refer to it now and again, just for ideas. So that's it for today on page 121. I want to thank you for watching. Thanks for your time. If you like what you heard, please like and subscribe. Take a look at the Patreon, see if there's anything you can do to help me out there. And that's all I've got for today. So thank you, and I'll see you next time on page 121.